So we will start. Okay, so thank you for joining the session. My name is Maris. I am Undet Point Cloud Software Manager. And today we have a workshop how to annotate drawings from your point clouds using Undet tools. And in total, we will have two workshops. One workshop is for AutoCAD users, which is today. And tomorrow we will have another workshop for Iris Commander user. So as you know, Undet has solution based on Iris Commander. And as well, we have a plugin for AutoCAD, which we developing from 2010. And today we will talk about Undet software. And as you may know, Undet software is developed by Teramodus company, which are working in reality capture more than 15 years. We're doing laser scanning, point cloud modeling service, and developing Undet software from our experience, just to increase our productivity, to help us, to help our customer, to convert point clouds into 2D drawings, 3D models, BIM models, using Undet plugins. And our primary task for today's workshop to show you how to annotate the floor plans, to show the floor, ceiling levels, heights, to show the room names, windows annotations, how to speed up everything using Undet Browser tools, and also we will show you how to easily annotate sections and elevations. Okay, so if you will have any questions, feel free to ask in the question or message tab. And let's move to another slide. So what I will show today, I will show you how you can add altitude levels to your point cloud points by using Undet blocks, how you can automate this workflow using Undet Browser scripts, how you can customize Undet Browser scripts, and how to simply add altitudes, sections, and to facade and section drawings. Okay, and during this workshop, we will use AutoCAD 2023, Undet for AutoCAD, Undet Browser, Undet scripts, Undet blocks, sample point cloud project, and sample DVG file. All these files and software installations we will share with all registered users. So after this workshop, you will be able to test everything by yourself and try to customize blocks to annotate your drawings using these blocks and Undet tools. And we will start from the first part to add altitude test levels on the plan drawing. Okay, so now I will switch to AutoCAD and press open, and I will open sample drawing for floor plan annotating. So this drawing you will receive after this webinar. Okay, as you can see, is a small part of a floor plan without the annotations. Okay, and now what I need to open point cloud project, which you also will receive after this workshop. Okay, so now I have a small part of a point cloud. As you can see, it contains only the ground floor. And first part of annotating, I will choose the UCS for this plan. And now I want to annotate floors. Okay, and the simplest way to do that, we will slice the point cloud. Okay. Rotate from the side. And just clip to see only the floors. Okay. Now I'm going to the top view again. Now my point cloud is colored in white color mode. But best workflow to annotate ceilings and floor plans is to use coloring by plane, just to see if all levels are the same on your floor plan drawing. So to do that, I will choose the coloring by plane. We'll select reference plane. We'll go to the coloring settings, and let's say my tolerance is 2 centimeters, and I will set that each different color will be in 2 centimeter intervals. Okay. So now you see that the floors almost flat. So I will a little bit increase the point cloud clipping. One second. Again, coloring by plane. Okay. And to annotate the floors using Undet snapping blocks, first of all, I need to open the file with these blocks. Okay. So I will open the snapping block folder with the blocks which you will receive. And in this folder will be 4 DVG files, 3 blocks, and the master file. So now I will open the master file. And here in the master file, we will find the blocks which change the value if we change the Z position. Okay, so if I will write 1 meter 25 centimeter, type region, the block will show me this value. Okay, so to annotate the floor plans fast, I will set position to 0. We'll copy these blocks 1 to 50 scale, for example. Right mouse click, clipboard, copy with the base point, selecting the base point, and inserting these blocks to my main DVG file. Okay, I will put here. And now, let's say I want to annotate the floors. So selecting the block, copy with the base point, selecting block insert point, and now I just want to snap to the point cloud points and receive the floor level. So pressing Ctrl V. Now, as you can see, I'm not snapping to the point cloud points. And first of all, I need to activate snapping to the point cloud points. So to do that, here in that tool palette, there is additional tools, enable snapping to the point cloud points. And now you will see small green bubble. It means that it is showing that snapping is working. And also make sure that in a snap setting, the node snapping mode is activated. And now by pressing Ctrl V, I can add an annotation of the floor levels. And now I will hit the space, and very fast I can place the annotation of a floor level for each room. And now let's hide the point cloud. As you can see, a couple of clicks, and I have annotated the floor levels. And now let's load point cloud again. I will increase our slice. As you can see, there's some ground points over here. And to annotate the ground points, I can use this block. Again, selecting this block, clipboard, copy with the base point, selecting insert point, deactivating snapping, insert point. And now activating snapping again, Control V and space. And very easy, I can annotate the floors, not the floors, the ground around my building. And the same with the CL block. So now I annotated the floors, so I can rotate the point cloud slicing and just move my slice to see the ceilings. So maybe I will switch the coloring mode, because now if I'm using the coloring by plane, each time it's rendering all the coloring mode. So now I want to see only the ceilings. So I just slicing the ceilings. Okay. Not all ceilings I see, so I will increase the slice. Now we see all the ceilings going to the V, coloring by the section, by plane. And now, as you can see, each color means it has a different level. Okay, so now I will use CL block, the same, clipboard, copy with the base point, selecting, activating and snapping mode, Control V, and now let's add a couple more levels. But in general, as you can see, you are snapping these blocks to the point cloud points, and blocks automatically shows the point cloud height on this level. Okay, and after this webinar, you will receive these DVG files with CL block, FL block, level snap block, this one, and inside these DVG files, you can customize these blocks, copy to your main file, and just snap to the point cloud points and place levels, beam levels, ceiling level, floor levels, all the levels when you just need to place level of point cloud. And now let's move to another part of our workshop, is how to automate floor plan annotation workflow using Undet Browser. Okay, so now, as you can see, I have a point cloud. In this case, I don't need a point cloud at all, because I will not snap to the point cloud points. I just need to load scan station markers here. As you can see, these are scan station markers from your scanner. And with double mouse click, left mouse click, you will open Undet Browser. Okay, it's loading. And now what you see on my screen, it is Undet Browser. And typically we're using two screens that work in the point clouds. And if I will go to AutoCAD, it will hide automatically. So I will use always on top feature to show what I am doing. And now when Undet Browser is opened, the second click on the scan station marker will open that position 360 image. And now we will try to annotate the drawing using Undet Browser scripts. And here you will find 50 scripts which we prepared for you just to see how everything is working. And to start using scripts, you need to activate scripting tool over here, select script, for example, floor level, and click in the panoramic image. And you will see that annotation is sent to DVG file. So you can very easy by single click place annotation of your floors. The same with all different levels. But with Undet Browser, you can do much more. For example, with 2 clicks, you can insert floor and ceiling levels block. Selecting this block, clicking on the ground, clicking on the ceilings, and the software automatically inserted the block, showing floor level and ceiling level. And I can go to another room by clicking on the scan station marker. Again, 1 click here, ceilings, and I have the block showing the floor and ceiling levels. Okay. Other scripts which can be used for plural plan annotation, for example, to show the floor levels, room height, and room name at once with 2 clicks. 1 click, another click, and you will see the block looking like this. You can burst it and, for example, change this text to office room, for example. For me, it seems like it is office room. So you can very easy go through each scan station and annotate rooms. And as you can see now, Undet is inserting the blocks, but the scale between these 2 blocks is different, and you can change the scale by typing Undet scale, for example, 0.2. And now, if I will add the block, you see that it will fit my scale, which I want to show. So depending which plotting scale you are using, you can increase or decrease your annotation size. What else you can do with Undet Browser? So, for example, you can annotate the windows, and we have the 2 scripts for them. For example, to show the distance from the floors to window sill, from window sill to window's head. And now I will go to the position next to a window, will click on the floors, and clicks on Windows sill, will click on Windows head, and the software will automatically create this block showing the distance from the floors to Windows sill and from the sill to Windows head. Okay. And here you will find, as you told, 50 scripts which you can show. And I forgot one more script, for example, annotate door heights. So I'm going inside the scan position next to the doors, and we'll select the script called door height. Okay, so these doors. 1 click on the floors, doors head, and they have annotation of the doors. the same if I will go to another spot. Now you see where's the doors here. Even you can first click on the door's head on the floors, and the doors head annotation is created. And the same annotation workflow is to annotate, for example, beam head. One click, another click, and you will have this annotation. If you want to align to the beam, you can use parametric tools. Yeah, and yeah, so using these Undet Browser scripts, you can very simple place the levels, ceilings, windows head levels, door head levels, floor levels. Also, you can calculate the height between the 2 points. You can show 2 levels, for example, floor and ceiling levels with 2 clicks, or you can create this type of blocks when you're showing the floor level, room height, and room name. And now let's move to another part of presentations. And I want to show you how you can customize Undet Browser scripts to meet your requirements. Okay. And first of all, if you will start edit Undet Browser blocks here, you will see the value, the script code. Okay. And you can add your script or customize our scripts over here. But to do that, first of all, we need to understand how script is written. So here you will see the script example, and I just want to show which value what is meaning. So first is number of clicks, 2, 1, or 3. So we have, if you want to place the levels, you will need 1 click. If you want to place 2 levels, you will need 2 clicks. Later on, you will need DVG blocks, which I share with you after this meeting. And in these blocks, it may be 1 or 2 tags. The script is also reading the XYZ coordinate, but you don't need to change that. You can choose how to insert blocks on the second click location, first click location, or average between 2 clicks, because if you calculating the height, so you're just pressing on the floors, later on the ceilings, and you are not placing on the same position, so you can just not be precise. So you can take an average position, or later on just move. You can choose the decimal places, how many decimals to show in your height values, and also if you want to write 2 tags with levels, you need to insert 0 on a 0, 1 number at front of this script. And to explain more, we need to analyze already prepared scripts. For example, how Undet FL script is looking, which inserting the FL value level. So as you can see, 1 click. DVG file name is Undet FL. The block tag is level. Block insert point on the first click, because I only have this. Decimal place is 2. And the option write the tags 1. So it is how Undet FL block is looking. Door height block. To annotate the door heights, we need 2 clicks on the floors and on the door head. So numbers of clicks will be 2. DVG file name and that DH, DVG block tab, block insert point, and decimal places. With block to annotate the floor levels and ceiling levels with 2 clicks. As you can see, there's 2 clicks. There's a DVG file name and data field cell levels, DVG block tags, insert point, decimal places, and this script, for example, room name, everything very similar. As you can see, we don't have the 1 at the end to write the both tags with the levels. So instead of writing the ceiling levels, we calculating the room height, and into the level, we're just writing the room height. And the last script which I want to show you how it's looking, to explain how it's made, it's to annotate the windows, to show the height from the floors to window sill, from window sill to windows head. And as you can see how the script is looking. And now let's show how you can customize these blocks to fit your requirements. Okay, so in program data, and that for AutoCAD folder, so we can open this folder. Snapping blocks. I will go to the C disk, program data, and that for AutoCAD. And here you will find all these DVG blocks which we are using in the scripting. As I told, I will share these blocks with you. And now I just want to show you how you can customize these blocks. So let's choose the block and that felt cell levels. Okay, so I will make a copy. This block, I will write that it is Undet felt cell levels 2. So it might DVG file name. I will open this block here. And as you can see, there's level 1 and level 2. If I will browse to Undet Browser scripts to annotate floor and ceiling levels, I will see the script. It's 2 clicks, yes, because it's 2 tags. And data felt cell levels, block name, level 1 and level 2 tags, and everything 2 decimal places. Insert on average position of 2 clicks. And let's say I want to just write here ceiling level. And the same, for example, floor level. Okay, so now my block will look like this. If I want, I can change the coloring. I can change the layers. So it's typical block editor feature. So now it's in the text layer. And when I'm happy, well, let's say I will change the level tag, level, example 2, level A, and level B. So now I have 2 tags, level A and level B. I will press save. And can group my files by date, view by details. And as you can see, Undet levels 2 blocks is changed, so I can copy this name. Once again, if I want to check, not this one, I change not block. This one I have changed. I felt cell 2, that's right. Okay, so I will copy this DVG file name. We'll go to my main file. And I will press plus to create new. I can write the script name, which will match my DVG file. And now the easiest way to change, I will select the same block script from here. We'll copy down here. We'll make a space after the script. And now I need to remember my block DVG name. So FLCL2. Yeah. And now I need to match the text if I change that. So I change into level A and level B. And now I will select this block. We'll click. And as you can see, I inserted my edited block to this drawing, showing the ceiling level and the floor level. So each DVG file and script you can customize to meet your company requirements, change the style. You don't need to change the scale because from the command line you can use Undet scale, for example, 1.0. I will insert this block again. As you can see, now the scale is different. So if you're working it with different scales, 1 to 50, 1 to 100, you can just simply use Undet scaling feature to change annotation size. And the last thing about these annotations, if you will rotate the view, you will see that all annotations is leveled in the correct height. So to move these annotations to 0, it is very important step. And we'll go to the top view. Okay. Top view. And now if I want to keep these values, and if I will use explode tool, it will explode and will show me the tags which I have used to replace with the heights or levels. So instead of using explode, we have a command burst, and this command will explode these blocks into original layer, and it will convert to text object. So now you can select all blocks, burst, select, you see time, where's the line object, text line, a line, and we will write start z and the 0, and with text. And text align can be set to to place on the elevation 0. Here we can move these blocks. So we can select by one, but we see the geometry position 0. And so I have left some blocks in the 3D space, and other blocks with annotations are placed on the active UCS elevation or Z0 to be able to have all the drawing objects flat on the same level. Okay, and now I will close this drawing, and and the last part of this presentation is to add altitudes to section and facade drawings. Okay, to do that, I will open sample file with part of elevation and section. Okay, and typical in this type of drawings, we are plotted on X, Y axis. You can see Z axis looking to us. So we can use the blocks with to change the Z value. So we will use our blocks which we prepared. There's level blocks for sections and annotations. So you can open this DVG file. After workshop, I will share this file with you. And inside this file, you will find 2 blocks, which will change the value if we move the block in Y-axis. So if I will move this block up, regen, I will see the Y-axis level. And the same. Copy clipboard, copy with the base point, going to the sample drawing, and Ctrl V, and I can very easy annotate the sections. Just simple steps. And for example, now I need to annotate the ceilings, but if I will place which block, it will be bad. So I need to mirror that. So we will use mirror tool. Enter. Copy. The same. And we can place annotations quickly and easily. One tip to annotate the elevation. Typically, we are not placing the blocks inside elevation view. So you can place the blocks like this. Well, let's show this location, maybe. This is important for us. So we will select this block, copy. We'll annotate this part of the building. This part. No, let's show this. this annotation. The wall, and now it is not nice looking. So the tip is to draw a line, select the line. You will see start X position, and write 51, 51. Okay, and now I can select these blocks. Let's keep one and the original position. And here I can write 51. And now all the blocks will be orientated in the single line. Later on, if you want, you can move closer to the elevation. But these blocks now we're showing the levels of this building. And always when you're delivering the drawings to your customers, it's better not to send the blocks, because if a customer will try to move these blocks, I forgot to regen. Now it's showing the correct values, because if you send these blocks to the end customers without exploding that, the customer can very simple move our section or facade drawing to another level, type regen, and all values will be automatically changed. So what we are recommending to explode these blocks, but the procedure is the same. If you will use explode tool, you will see the tags which you don't want to see. Instead of using explode, we should use burst feature, and it will automatically convert to the text objects. Okay, so that's all what I wanted to show you. And now we can answer to your questions about annotating the floor plans or sections. So if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat window, or you can unmute yourself and ask in live. And I want to remember you that everyone registered to this webinar, we will send you installation files of Undet software. We will send you instructions which I showed you during this video, how to customize with scripts. Also, you will receive DVG blocks which you can use and snap to the point cloud points. You will get Undet Browser blocks which you can use with our scripts, or you can customize blocks, customize scripts to fit your company requirements. And you will also receive the point cloud and DVG files which I have used during this workshop. Okay, maybe you have any questions? Yeah, so we have one question. Can you change the text font layer's name for custom annotations? Yes, you can. So as I told, you will receive all these blocks by yourself. So if you want to change snapping blocks, there's a master file, but you can find, for example, level snap block. Make a copy, open this block, and here you can choose how your block will look like. So it is a tag. So you see that it's a floor levels layer. If you want to change, so you can go to typical layer management, create your layer, choose the different color. You can choose the different lightweight, select this tag, and move to your layer. And when you will insert this block, by snapping to the point cloud points, it will show this layer after using burst. And of course, you can change the style, fonts, the size, the height. You can add additional lines, additional symbols. So it is typical block editor feature. The most important part is not to delete attribute definition, because this type of object is updating the value of actual level or height of your point cloud points. And the same with Undet Browser blocks. So you will receive the DVG files, Undet Browser blocks. Here you will find all sample blocks, and you can go inside each block, customize it, or just create your own block. And what next, you will need to copy these blocks to a C disk, program data, and that for AutoCAD. Just copy here these blocks, and that's all. Once you will load Undet Browser, you will use scripts, and you will be able to customize it. Another question, here's a way to customize with dynamic blocks, example, door or window. Of course, yes. So the same proceed. So you can open Undet block for placing floor to sill to Windows head block. As you can see how this blocking is looking, level 1 and level tag is attribute definitions, which you cannot change. You can change the layers for them. You can change the height for them. You can change the layer. But if you will change tag name with a double mouse click here, you will need to change this tag name in script as well. And of course, this you can change how you want to look like. So because it is a text object, you can add a symbol. So the editing is simple as edit AutoCAD blocks. Richard asking, I noticed that there's a new icon in that browser. What does this do? Yeah, so probably you are looking to this new tool, ViewSync with Undet plugin. So this tool will work only with Undet for SketchUp and Undet for Revit plugins. And what this tool will do, it will sync your view in the point cloud and automatically will switch to a perspective mode in the Revit or SketchUp, and will then match your annotation in Undet Browser in the model. So I will have a dedicated webinar for that, but currently we are waiting for a new version of Undet for Revit to show how this feature is working. Okay, and Need is telling that sometimes my levels break. We show dash symbol. It's possible to fix. It is not so easy to fix, and what we are recommending to do when you're annotating the floor plans, once you're done annotating, you just simple use the burst tool to explode this annotation into text blocks. Why it's happening, why you sometimes see the dashes, because once you're importing the blocks into DVG file, you can write the purge, and you will see that you have blocks inside your drawing. For example, if I will copy these blocks into this file, I will write the purge, and you will see the blocks which I have inserted in this drawing. And sometimes when you inserting the same block twice, it will break. So it is better to use the same block, and you can type insert command. And if you have already inserted one block with the same name, it's better to use copy paste from the model space, or you can insert the same block from insert dialog. But if you will try to copy paste the same block from the different DVG file, sometimes it's crashing. And Gianmarco is asking about Windows and door blocks, how to change that. Just write me after this workshop. I can show you how to change that. But for now, this workshop is dedicated for annotation tools. And Anonymous is asking, telling that after opening Undet Browser, he see all new scripts, but if he opening Undet program data direction, it will see probably 7 or 8 blocks, because you need to insert these blocks manually. So after this workshop, I will send these blocks, and you will just need to copy paste to Undet for AutoCAD catalog in the program data, and all the scripts will start working. So it is done after the update for AutoCAD 2023. So with the new version of AutoCAD 2024, which will be released next week, all these DVG files will be installed together with Undet plugin. But for AutoCAD 2022, 2021, 2023 users, you need to manually copy these blocks. Yeah. And as I told, after this workshop, tomorrow at the morning, maybe this evening, our team will send you a sample DVG file with a floor plan fragment, the section and elevation drawing. You will receive level blocks. You will receive snapping blocks, the master file, and the 3 blocks which you can customize. You will receive Undet Browser blocks, which you will need to update in the program data folder. And you will see the point cloud project, the small part of this building, just to test by yourself how everything is working. Okay, do we have more questions? I will check the LinkedIn as well, because we are streaming to LinkedIn. Okay. And yeah, so we received one more question. When Undet for AutoCAD 2024 will be released? So we are planning to release tomorrow. And so next week, Undet for 2024 will be released for sure. So I'm hoping to release this tomorrow. We're just doing the final testing. and it will be compatible with AutoCAD. The new version of Undet will be compatible with AutoCAD 2024, 2023, and 2024. And that's all what I wanted to show you. Once again, I will activate the slides. You see my contacts, my phone number, my email. So if you will have any questions, how to use these annotations blocks, if something will be not clear for you, feel free to contact me, and I'm always ready to help you. That's all, guys. Thank you for joining the session with me, and see you on the next webinars. And I can remember you that tomorrow we will have similar webinar, how to use Undet annotation tools and Iris Commander as well. So again, thank you for joining the sessions, and see you in the next webinars. Bye.